So human population, it started off with families were having around 7 to 8 kids in order to have enough children that were going to survive until recruitment. This was because the death rate was just as high as the birth rate. So families were large and they were having this amount of kids in order to have most of them survive until recruitment age, and this is when they were having children in order to reproduce. But only 2 or 3 of their kids were living until this recruitment age, and this is why there was such a big explosion when technological advances were introduced. There's literally a guy walking his dog right now. I cannot film any of these.
Alright, so like our goal here is like population, right? Yeah. We got to find out if people actually know stuff about our world and people, you know. Alright, let's go.
Yes, what is the current world population? 8 billion?
Close.
Just about, yeah. What about the current population of India? No clue? Take a guess. Best guess. 2 million? Alright. What about China? 1 billion?
That's close, yeah.
Close, yeah. Alright, takes a minute.
Thank you. Not bad there.
Alright, yo, I'm here with Aiden. Alright, Aiden, what do you think the current world population is?
7.8 billion people.
7.8
That's
billion?
close.
You're a million. You're about 2 million off. That's not that bad, though.
It's not that bad.
Alright, what about India?
India has 1.4, 1.4? 3.
Yeah, you're doing good. You're doing good. China.
China is 1.8.
1.8?
1.8.
A little bit up. A little bit over.
1.5. That's pretty close, though.
Yeah.
Alright. You recording?
Yeah.
Alright, what's your name?
Kathy.
Alright, Kathy, what is the current world population?
I don't know.
Don't know? Just take your best guess, though. Few billion? Alright, what about what about India?
I don't know.
Best guess. Just give your best guess for these. How many people you think are living there?
I couldn't tell you.
You can't tell me?
A million?
A million?
Probably more. I don't know.
China? I feel
I should have said no.
Okay, so the last part of this human population segment is what are social impacts on human population. The one human population social impact that I chose was war. So war conflicts, most of the time, a father or a mother is going off to fight in war, and this is going to cause the partner that is left behind, the mother or the father that's left at their country, they're going to be left in the place that they were. They're not going to be conceiving any children, so this is going to shorten their family. This is going to decrease the amount of people that are being born, and this applies to all the families that are being left in the country. So at the same time, the people that are leaving for war to go fight are going to be experiencing an extreme mortality rate. There's going to be a lot of people dying in a short amount of time. So this is going to make an H diagram have very little children, a lot of people dying at an earlier age, around 30 or 40. But then the people that were left behind are still going to age and are still going to live longer, but all of those people that went off to war are going to die sooner, and all the kids that were left with their other parent in the country aren't going to have larger families. They're going to be at the same spot that they were when those people left to go to war. So this is one of the social impacts that can affect human population worldwide. Okay, so I'm going to be doing issues in populations, and I'm first going to talk about the different things that can influence family size and how many kids someone decides to have. So the top things that are going to influence family size are going to be things like birth control, access to abortion, religion, income, just things like that are going to be different in different countries around the world. So let's say country A has access to birth control, like unlimited, and then country B has absolutely no access to birth control. There's obviously going to be people having a lot more kids in country B and less just like control of the population in country B than in country A. which can also be a problem with things like income, where let's say countries like America, there's going to be less kids and they're going to be able to live longer and have access to more, things to stay healthy, whereas a country with less income, they're going to have more kids and have less access to those things to keep their kids healthy, so their kids are going to die at a younger age, which creates like a big problem in populations, and it's going to lead to my next idea.
What are your thoughts on birth control?
For birth control, I think teenagers should have the option to have birth control pills and condoms. I think when you're older and financially stable, you should be able to not have to use them if you don't want to.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't like them.
How would you handle birth control? Like, what's your opinion on it, Gavin?
I think it's still needed, but countries are using its power and not using it for its intended purpose.
What do you mean by that?
Like, girls are using it so that they can have fun in high school.
Alright.
My opinion on abortion is I used to be for it. I thought it was very wrong, but that's because I was raised that way. But now, being older, I think that abortion should be allowed and women should have a choice.
That's facts.
So my next idea is absence of development, and this basically means that there's going to be countries that are more developed than others, and so more developed countries like the United States are going to have better housing, better water, fresher water, and more nutrition, higher incomes, things like that are going to keep kids living a lot longer lifespans. And then there's going to be poorer countries like Burundi, for example, that are going to have little to no housing or dirty water and things that are going to leave kids dying at a younger age. So the last idea I'm going to talk about is new direction of development, and with this comes the 5 stages of demographic transition that we talked about in class, where the first stage is there's going to be little plant growth for nutrition, poor water, dirty water, and just little housing, stuff like that. And it's going to lead to the 5th stage, which is what we can predict for the future, which is going to have a lot more industrialization and things that'll, keep people healthier as time goes on. And with that, at the poor stages, there's going to be super high birth rates and death rates, and then at the final 5th stage, there's going to be super low birth rates and death rates.
Okay, so I'm going to be talking about control and ethics in population. And to get us started, I'm going to be talking about ram's horn snails, which are it's a snail that rapidly produces and feeds off of plants and plant debris. And it's a common pest in the aquatic hobby. So, just an example is a lot of people buy them in pairs. They end up doubling, laying eggs, reproducing, and end up I don't know how to put this, they can kill all the plants in your tank. They can clog stuff, get into filters, end up dying if they reach carrying capacity because they'll run out of food for each other, for the population. So my point is, a lot of people will introduce a assassin snail into the population, and that assassin snail, what it does is it eats the other snails, and it's kind of like a population control of snails. So that's just, I was just giving an example of how you could control a population in a fish tank or something else like that. But now I'll get into human population control, which is well, I wouldn't say a lot, it's a little different than snail population control. And I gotta find this one. So, different methods of population control include family planning, one-child policies, abstinence, abortion, improved health, and child tax. So, the ethics of that is like family planning. That is where you kind of control the amount of kids you have. You don't, like, how to put it, you don't have multiple kids in short periods of time. You kind of space it out. And I think that's ethical because it's not, it's not like controversial. The only problem is people who are younger may not participate in family. They're not married, they don't have a family, so they might not participate in it. And so yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Thanks. Okay, my child they can so to get us started,